Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakokwadash. Double honors go out to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations also go out to the fellow Akim that are out there on highways and byways, pushing the truth across the four corners of the earth. All right. Continuing to wake up the remaining hopeful elect. All right, because time is indeed short. This is Nama of the DC camp. And this segment here, to remind those, not so much remind as to inform those who don't quite see it yet, that America has pretty much told, especially Jakes, so called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, fuck you. All right, they've said that to us for some time now. Now you're seeing them starting to play or attempting to play us against each other. All right, for those of you who don't know, these people that are, for the majority of those that are being allowed to come in across the border, those are fellow Israelites. Whether they know it or not, they are. Now, you have some amongst them that are of other nations. All right, this is being done on purpose, people. I keep bringing up in my former videos about the Cloward Piven strategy. I suggest if you don't know what that is, look it up. It was a strategy that was invented by two sociologists in 1966, Mr. Cloward and Ms. Piven. All right, Cloward I know has passed away. I think Piven is still alive. I think she's still alive. But anyway, about allowing so much immigration that it breaks the back of the system, and that's what they're doing. So they're telling Jake over here, who are asking for reparations, fuck you, you're not going to get it. They're giving all the resources to Ukraine, Israel. And for those of you who don't know, those two are actually the same people. Taiwan now, and what else is happening? Anywhere else but where it's needed most. And now it's even spilled over to the Edomites here, and a lot of complaining, but like, who cares, right? We've been living like this, for the longest. So now you get to feel the pinch, and now, we got a problem now. That's always the case, isn't it not? So what you're seeing here are these curses being transferred. Deuteronomy 30 and 7. I got it loaded. And then I'm going to play the video. This is Deuteronomy 30 and 7. Just keep this in mind as the video plays. It says, also, I'm going to read it in the KJV. Also, the Most High Yahweh, your power, will put all these curses on your enemies and on those who hate you, who persecuted you. All right. And in the NLT, it says, the Most High Yahweh, your power, will inflict all these curses on your enemies, on those who hate and persecute. Same thing, right? All right. And the Catholic Bible says, the Most High Yahweh, your power, will put all those curses on your enemies and the foes who pursued you. All right. Who pursued you. Let's go to Deuteronomy 7 and 15. If it's ever going to load. I wonder what's the issue with that. That's weird. Wow. Okay. I have to check with that later. I don't understand what's wrong with that. But in any case, let's go to, let's see. Let's try it here. All right. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. this is who, all right, and this goes into actually Edom and the grandson of Esau, Amalek, all right. It says, I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not. Let's see. Wait a minute. I start 14. Let's see. But let's go down here. Those who pursued you, all right. Let's start at 17. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab, and destroy all the children of Sheth. And Edom, all right, shall be a possession. Think about Obadiah, all right. Seir also should be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, all right, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. Think of Isaiah, all right, 11th chapter, all right. It says, and when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, are they not? They have preeminence here on this earth. They claim to be us. They claim to be of the house of Jacob when actually they are the house of Esau, or Edom is their nationality, all right? Descendants of Esau. Read Genesis 36 chapter. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. Remember I said book of Obadiah, right? Read it. And there's other scriptures on his demise, all right? As it says in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary about Edom, all right? The only nation, all right, that were neighbors of the Israelites, the only one that will be showed no mercy. All right, they're done. We don't worry about them. I mean, in that sense, they're not going to, they serve a purpose, which is really to be the Most High's whipping stick, all right, a tool. You read Psalms 17th chapter, all right, that's all they are. They are the sword of the Most High. Part of that curse when you go into Deuteronomy 28, and I believe it's 48 and 49, verse 49 specifically, all right. So here it is. Illegal immigrants can legally carry now. Get a load of that.
So today we are actually going to be talking about how an Obama-appointed judge has ruled that illegal immigrants, can possess a gun legally in a country that they are illegal to.
Think about that. Where can you go? Besides the fact that everybody hates Americans, let's just cast that to the side right now. Where else can you go where you're an illegal in a country and you'll be awarded the privilege to carry a firearm? Where the hell? Man.
Oh, let's get into this. All right, I have an article here, and it says, because one of the main questions before I even get into the article are this, okay? And mind you, I am from Illinois, all right? So there are certain things that I had to do in order to do what I want to do. Okay, so let's say I want to have a gun. I have applied for a FOID card. Okay, it was a pretty simple process. Boom, boom, boom. Put your information in there, and then you get to, have yourself out. All right, they'll give you the card, and boom, boom, boom. But here's the thing: if you say that someone who is illegally here can now have rights and liberties, freedoms of people who are legally here, well, why do I need a FOID card? Isn't that a pretty valid question? Yeah. Why would I need a FOID card? Why would I have to go and put in all my information into this website to get a legal card if you guys aren't even going to allow these people who are illegally here to get a card? We're going to talk about the felons and all the other stuff later on. But I want to get into this article that we have. And it says, Republicans say FOID should be void if illegal immigrants can possess guns. And yes, that is something that I'm very curious about. Why have a FOID card, put all this stuff in there, firearm owner identification? Why do I have to do all of this if they don't have to do any of this? And of course, this kind of stuff varies state by state. Texas, as far as I'm concerned, doesn't have that. Anyone could just have it. Illinois, they're very strict on that. You got to have the card in order to have it. But let's get into it. It says Illinois House Republicans are both condemning and praising a recent federal judge ruling about illegal immigrants being able to carry firearms for protection. Earlier this month, Northern District of Illinois federal judge, this is the name, Sharon Johnson Coleman, ruled in favor of Roberto Carbajal Flores, a foreign national in the U.S. illegally, who was charged with unlawful possession of a firearm. The judge said, the law violates Second Amendment applied in this one case. So she said only in this one case, but we know how it is. Just because it may be invalid, or maybe because it's valid in one case, doesn't mean that it's invalid in everything else. So who's to say that it doesn't just go for everything else? But how is this in violation? Let's get into it. The court finds the Carbajal Flores criminal record containing no improper use of a weapon, as well as the nonviolent circumstances of his arrest, do not support a finding that he possessed a risk to public safety such that he cannot be trusted to use a weapon responsibly and should be deprived of his Second Amendment right to bear arms in self-defense. The judge wrote, thus, the court finds that, as applied to Flores, Section 922 is unconstitutional. Okay, so let's dissect that a little bit. It says the court finds that the criminal record containing no improper use of weapons, so because his criminal record because he's illegally here, is it from the United States? Is it from his home country? We don't know. It just said that his criminal record from wherever, okay, is non-violent. So you don't have any violence in your history from your home country or here. We don't know. It just said it's just a criminal record, but you're not even legally here. So because you do not have any violence in there, they're saying, ergo, you do not possess a safety risk, a public safety risk. Ergo, you can now have a weapon, a firearm, because it's protected by the Second Amendment. You can have the firearm even though you're not a legal citizen. Okay. And then we have another quote, another representative, and it says, why shouldn't gun owners across the state cut up their FOID cards and be able to buy guns out of the state without worry? If a person who is not legally in the state can...
I understand this representative is saying this. I can just about guarantee that he's not talking about us, or folks like you and I. All right? That's just how it is. It's that code speak they like to, Well, why weren't the citizens? You can't say, good white folk of the state of Illinois. No, he's got to, communicate it like that. Hey, at the end of the day, and it's good to see from my vantage point, I love seeing this shit. This is a great time, if nothing else, to be alive. All right. To see, as it says in Sirach 25:7, to see what's going on here. All right. And what we're seeing here is the downfall of our enemy. This is Sirach 25:7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy. And the 10th I will utter with my tongue, a man that hath joy of his children, which you really can't have here. But whatever you can, enjoy. And he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. And we're seeing that. You can just see the look on these Edomites' faces. I love it. All right. They're troubled. When it was all happening to us, it was, oh well. Sucks to be them. But now, what do you think we're saying? Exactly.
If a person who is not legally in the state can have his constitutional rights, so can the rest of us. That's really the big thing here, because you're saying, oh, well, you got to have your FOIA card. You have to do this. You have to do that, even though you have certain states where they really don't require that, like Texas, for example. You could just go to the store, fill out some paperwork, get a gun, and you're good. Meanwhile, Illinois, now we got to get the FOIA card. We got to go through this process, this. But then you have someone who isn't even legally supposed to be here. And then you just have them be like, oh, okay, well, you could go have a gun. Only in this particular circumstance. But who's to say that it does not go for other ones? Now, here's the thing. So yes, question, why not just get rid of the FOIA card? Also, another thing. Why not just let anyone, like the person said, why not just have any and everyone just have one? Why not? I mean, obviously, this person's not following the rules. Yeah, okay. Also, why have rules for firearms at all? What's the point if you're going to allow someone who's not even legally supposed to be here, to have one? Why? Oh, if he is illegal, how is he able to get benefits for a country that he does not legally reside in? That doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, from a constitutional stance, you're not legally here. So I don't get how you get the benefits for it. Also, another thing, what about felons? Because when you're a felon, you're not legally supposed to be in possession of a firearm. So how does that work? If you're a felon and this person is illegal, oh, but they have no violence in their history. Yeah, but they're also not legally here either. So if you're a felon, are their rights now going to be reinstated? Is that something that you could take up to the judge, the Supreme Court? How does that work? Because at the end of the day, this person is legal. Yes, they broke the law, but then they're banned from getting, firearms. This person is illegal. They quote unquote didn't break the law, but we don't know. And then they are allowed to practice under our Constitution. So that's something I'm just curious about. This is another reason why voting Democrat is not a good idea, y'all. This just is not.
Yeah, another reason why they're allowing all these people to come in, because they know that Jake is fed up. All right, here in America, that is. They know. See, they, they probably knew before Jake even. Hey, they have these these feelers that they send out, to check the pulse of the people, so to speak. And they had an idea for several years, especially when this motherfucker came in. All right. Why? Because he made all these promises, and as usual, once they get in office, especially when it has to do with Jake, they satisfy everybody else's needs and wants except for ours. And at a certain point, you got to recognize and, hey, these motherfuckers just don't give a fuck. And they don't. Our people have been given just, given out the vote for free, for nothing in return for so long that these people say, oh, well, it's just expected of you, of us. Well, you, because I don't participate in this shit. Haven't for a very long time. All right. But, oops. Let's see. So, yeah. People, even though, it's too little too late, because, hey, we're at the end of this thing now. This would have been oh so sweet, like around 40 or 50 years ago. All right. But, I mean, now it's like they really don't give a shit. All right. Again, because they know that, it's coming up on this time where they're trying to switch the system over to digital as far as money is concerned. A whole new system is getting ready to begin as far as money is concerned. And, these scriptures hold true, always have. A lot of you, unfortunately, all right, you were never taught this in these wicked ass churches, all right, but that's for a good reason too, because it was just, hey, if you don't have it by this point, more than likely it was never meant to be. Hey, that's just the cold hard facts. All right. And then when we come along, because we're actually telling you what's going on concerning the scriptures and what's, concerning this world and how things match up. It's so foreign to you because you've been lied to so long that you still believe that shit. You're under that spell. What was that song by Screaming Jay Hawkins, the Halloween version, I Put a Spell on You? That's you. All right. Like I say, we come along, you got to understand you've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, as someone said. You worship that man in your pulpit because he went to some school that actually the enemy is taught him, and it still doesn't click in your head. Well, wait a minute. These universes are set up by people that did all kinds of horrible things to me and my people. Yet I'm supposed to trust when it comes to my salvation. I'm supposed to trust this motherfucker that he has my best interest at heart. You see how ridiculous that sounds? Yeah. The simple believeth every word. We've got a lot of zombies amongst our people. From the neck up, they're dead. And again, when we come along, all those guys, they just mangle the scriptures. No. That piece of crap you go to listen to every Sunday, he's been mangling the scriptures for however long you've been on this earth. You've been listening to people like that. Yeah, that's what's really been happening. Oh, boy, but we're at this time now where and I think next month that movie comes out, Civil War. It's going to get rough here. You got this Devil Moon, you got the eclipse coming on the 8th of next month. That's actually Monday week, Monday after this coming Monday. Monday's the 1st. So, yeah. And they're, got National Guards getting ready to be deployed. So, regardless, this summer, well, spring and summer should be very interesting. It may be that we may not have an election. In fact, if I were you, I'd be preparing for just that event. All right. Chaos, anarchy. Yep. All right, so I'm going to end it there. Again, judge says illegal migrants can legally carry guns. All right. They're saying F you, and I'm not going to put my fingers up, with 2 middle fingers to you Americans. All right. So what do you think about that? Not that they give a fuck. Hey, so once again, I hope whoever views this is edified, as usual. And once again, I'd like to remind you of the power of prayer and fasting. It works, people. It works. You have to be sincere. And who are you praying to? All right? Not the God of this world, but Yahweh, the Most High, the God of the Israelites, and His Son, Yahweh Shai. All right? So with that, until the next video, Shalom.